All right, welcome back, my dear student. So let's finish this function right now. Let's just finish it. Right now, we are sending a request to the server and we're getting some information back. But the thing is that we need to keep constantly sending this information. We got to fetch our database constantly, right? Well, in order for us to do that, we got to type in, execute this function every couple seconds. So for that, we're going to use a JavaScript function here called set interval. I think if I'm spelling it correctly, it's like this. There we go. And then in here, we'll create a function, well, like this. And we'll call this function up here every couple seconds. So I'm just going to call it every half of 1 second. All right, so 1000 would be 1 second, 1000 milliseconds, because this is milliseconds right here. All right, so half a second, I want to call this functionality. All right, we are done actually with this. All right, so there's nothing to be done here, and if something happens, we'll debug it, but we are done for now. Now let's take this value here, let's copy it, and let's take it to functions. All right, so here in this user's online function, what we need to do is we need to detect that value that we just copied. All right, so because this is coming in a get request, remember. So if is set, and let's just say get, and let's paste that value in there. Let's actually move all this a little bit to the right. Oops, my resolution is super small, so super small. Sorry about that, guys. Right here. I'll move it later on when I make my resolution a little smaller. But anyway, so let's go all the way to the bottom here, and we can just mark this as get requests. All right, is set or something like that. So that way we know that that's where it is. I'm gonna put that a little bit there. All right, so once we get this get request, what do we want to do? Well, we would like to include our connection, but now this connection is not going to work. And the reason why this is not going to work is because when we are coming to this function, straight to this function, the database is not going to be included. We don't have this global connection available to us in functions.php. This global connection is available to us in the header only. So we go to the header here, admin header, we can see that we got this connection, this DB right here. And then we got functions right after. So that's the only reason why it is available in functions. So this is not going to be available once we come straight to this function here. So we need to include it. All right. So first of all, we try to get it, but if we don't have it, we'll just put another if statement here. We'll say if not connection, and chances are it's not going to be available. I'm just showing you what you can do to test it, but by now you already know that. First of all, we start the session because we don't even have a session at this point, because this functionality is coming straight to functions.php, and we don't have that available here. So we start the session, and then we include, all right, the DB connection. So we got to go back and includes db.php. All right, beautiful, right? So once we do that, then we can start writing our code. I'm gonna make some space here, and now go and get all this data out from there and paste it in here. All right, let's make my resolution a little smaller. I'm tired of my code being like that. All right, this is that connection right here. I'm gonna move everything a little bit like this. Okay. All right, let's just come back. All right, so once we include it, we got everything available to us. So the next step will be to not return it, because we don't have anything else that can catch this. We don't have any other PHP out there to catch this result. We need to echo it out like this. All right, beautiful. Let's double check if everything is working. Well, it should be working now. Let's check it out. Let's refresh. We are not getting any results here. All right, so let's go back here and see what's going on. So we are including this. We're checking if connection is available. If it's not, we are starting the session. We got that. We're including this. Includes .dv. This all looks really good. One thing that we are not doing is we're not actually calling the function. All right, so right after your function finishes, let's call it like this. Save it. And now let's go back to it. And now you don't even have to refresh. It's already pulling the information from the database, as you can see right here. All right, so now let's test this with another browser. I'm going to grab Firefox, and I'm going to right now log in. All right, so let's go to localhost. CMS index right here. Actually, that was Chrome. Sorry about that, guys. Let's go right here. This is Firefox. All right, it's just I have a huge monitor in the right hand side, and I got to be minimizing this. So we got, which user do we have connected? We have Rico. So let's log in Suave real quick. So let's say Suave, and then the password, enter. And as you can see, that changes. Well, you're not going to see any action like this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to that online function, and I'm going to make this change every 5 seconds, so that way you can see it, because we're not going to wait 30 seconds to see it working, right? So I change this to 5 seconds, and if it's not active in 5 seconds, this is going to change. All right, so I'm gonna log out from another monitor you see this? I'm logging using Chrome, and you can see it on top. And this is Firefox. All right, so I'm gonna log out, and you're gonna see what happens. I just logged out right now. You see that? And look at these numbers going to change. Did you see? It just changed. See that? And now I'm gonna log in again right here. So I'm logging in. Watch this. So I gotta log in Rico, enter, and now look at that number change. You see that? I'm gonna log out, and watch this. There you go. You see that? 5 seconds. Beautiful. So now we got instant results coming from our database. Really cool stuff, right? Anyway, thank you so much for being my student. I'm always thinking about you. You know, if you have any issues, any problems, just let me know. Have a great day. Enjoy your day. Have fun. And I'll see you in the next lectures.